Do you ever feel like your body is quietly slipping away from you? Maybe it's when you try to stand up from a chair and your knees complain, or when you walk across the room and feel slightly off balance just for a moment. You might not talk about it with anyone, but deep down, you know your body isn't what it used to be. But here's a gentle truth. Your body hasn't given up on you. It's waiting for you to come back. In today's video, we're going to explore something surprisingly simple yet deeply powerful, a posture known as the horse stance. It's been practiced for centuries by elders in Japan and across Asia, not to build muscle, but to build life. Just a few minutes each day in this quiet, grounded position may help you restore strength, stability, and inner calm without needing to run, jump, or even leave your living room. Before we begin, I'd love to know, where are you watching this from, and what time is it for you right now? Please let me know in the comments below. I truly look forward to reading them. And don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss what's coming next. What is the horse stance? Imagine a quiet park in a small Japanese town. The sun is rising. An elderly man stands barefoot on the earth. His knees are bent, his back straight, arms gently outstretched. He isn't rushing, he isn't moving, and yet his entire body is alive. This is the horse stance, a timeless posture known as kibadachi in karate and mabu in Chinese martial arts. From the outside, it might look like someone pretending to sit on an invisible chair, but inside, something powerful is happening. The feet root into the ground, the hips lower, the spine aligns, the breath slows. You become steady, like a mountain. In Japan, elders have long used this stance to awaken the hara, the deep center of energy located just below the navel. There's an old saying, hara wa jinsei no sentada. The hara is the center of life, and in this one simple posture, you begin to reconnect with it. Horse stance isn't flashy, it doesn't burn calories or pump adrenaline, but it rebuilds something far more important, your foundation. The muscles that help you stand, walk, and stay balanced. The inner awareness that keeps you grounded. It's quiet, it's still, but it's far from easy. In the coming sections, we'll explore what happens inside your body when you practice this daily, and how something so simple can bring back a strength you thought was lost. What happens inside your body when you hold the horse stance? At first glance, the horse stance looks simple. Just bend your knees and stay still. But once you try it, even for 30 seconds, you'll feel your body working in ways you may not expect. When you lower into the stance, your thighs and hips begin to engage. These are the largest muscle groups in your body, and activating them sends signals to your brain and nervous system. Wake up, we're still strong. Your core muscles, those deep abdominal and lower back muscles, switch on to keep you upright. Even though you're not moving, your body is working hard to keep you balanced. This quiet effort strengthens the muscles that support your spine, improving posture and reducing back pain. Your feet and ankles begin to stabilize, spreading your weight evenly into the ground. Over time, this boosts your sense of balance and prevents falls, a serious risk for many people over 60. But it's not just about muscles. Holding this position also slows your breathing and calms your nervous system. Your body enters a meditative state, lowering cortisol and easing tension. It becomes easier to sleep at night, and your mind feels clearer during the day. A study from Japan showed that older adults who practiced a form of static standing, similar to horse stance, for just 3 minutes a day reported better stability and fewer falls after 8 weeks. It's not magic, it's just consistency. So while you're standing still, your body is repairing, reconnecting, and rebuilding. And perhaps the most powerful change, you begin to trust your body again. What happens if you do the horse stance every day? The first time you try the horse stance, it may feel awkward. Your legs might tremble. You might wonder, is this really doing anything? And maybe deep down, there's a part of you that wants to stand back up and walk away. But something happens when you stay. And something even more powerful happens when you come back the next day and the next. Day by day, your body starts to remember its strength. Not just the strength in your legs or back, but something deeper, the strength of trust, of steadiness, of being able to rely on yourself again. Slowly, you might notice that standing feels more natural. Moving feels less effortful. Simple tasks, getting out of a chair, reaching to tie your shoes, walking across the kitchen, begin to feel easier. It's not about becoming younger. It's about becoming more present in the body you already have. That sense of balance you thought you had lost, it begins to return. The small stumbles, the little wobbles, they begin to fade. The body finds its way back to the ground, and the ground feels solid again. Your knees may ache less, your lower back may feel more supported. That quiet pain you used to carry without even talking about it might begin to soften day by day. And then there's your breath. That too begins to change. In this quiet stance, breath slows. The heart calms. Stress begins to loosen its grip, making space for a deeper kind of peace. Many who practice this before bed find they sleep more deeply, not because the pose is tiring, but because it settles the mind. I want to share with you the story of Mr. Nakajima, an 82-year-old widower from Osaka. After his wife passed, grief left him hollow. But each morning, he stood in silence, in the horse stance. At first, only 20 seconds. His legs trembled. His heart did too. But day by day, second by second, he grew stronger. After 2 months, he stood for 5 minutes straight, and more importantly, he no longer needed his cane. He once said, "I couldn't stop the sadness, but I could stand still in it, and somehow that helped me move forward." That's the quiet miracle of this practice. It doesn't promise to fix everything, but it gives you a place to stand, a place to breathe, a place to remember your strength is still there. Sometimes the smallest practices bring the greatest strength, not just in your body, but in your spirit. How to do the horse stance correctly. You don't need a special mat or any equipment. You don't need to be strong, flexible, or even ready. All you need is a quiet space, a few minutes, and the willingness to begin, just as you are. Let's walk through it together. First, find a space where you feel calm and undisturbed. It could be your living room, your porch, even a quiet corner of your kitchen. If possible, go barefoot. Let your feet meet the floor. Feel the connection to the earth beneath you. A yoga mat or carpet is fine too, as long as you feel steady. Now, gently spread your feet apart, wider than your shoulders. Let your toes point forward or slightly out, whichever feels more natural to your hips. Imagine there's a horse beneath you. That's where this posture gets its name. You're not just standing, you're riding with quiet control. Begin to lower your body slowly, as if you're sitting onto an invisible stool behind you. Not too deep, just enough to feel your thighs waking up. This isn't about pushing to the limit, it's about finding your edge, then softening just before it. Check your knees. Are they above your feet? Are they falling inward? If so, Gently guide them out. There's no rush. Just find your alignment. Now, your spine. Don't lean forward. Don't arch back. Just imagine a string lifting the crown of your head toward the sky. Your chin is soft, your gaze forward. You are strong, but relaxed. Place your arms wherever they help you feel most balanced. Some people rest them on their hips, others extend them in front, or press their palms together at the heart. There's no right way, only the way that feels steady and true to you. And now, breathe. Inhale slowly through your nose. Exhale gently through your mouth. Let the breath be your rhythm. Let it slow you down. Hold the position for just 20 to 30 seconds. That's all. Then slowly rise back up, stand tall, breathe again, and smile. You've just reconnected with your strength. Each day, if you'd like, you can add just 10 more seconds. Maybe in a week, you'll hold it for 1 minute, then 2, then 5. But remember, this isn't a race. It's okay to wobble. It's okay if your legs shake. That doesn't mean you're failing. It means you're growing. Every second you stay, even with the tremble, you're building more than muscle. You're building trust, balance, presence. This practice doesn't ask you to be more. It invites you to do less, but with full awareness. Let the world be noisy. Let time move fast. But here, in this quiet, grounded posture, you are still. And that stillness is where strength begins. Common mistakes and how to fix them. At first glance, the horse stance may seem like the simplest thing in the world. Just bend your knees and stand still. But as with many quiet practices, the real challenge and the real reward lies in the details. When people first try this posture, they often rush in with too much effort or tension. They want to do it right, which is natural. But the beauty of the horse stance is that it isn't about getting it perfect. It's about getting present. One common misstep is rounding the back. It's so subtle, you may not even notice it. Just a gentle slump in the shoulders or a lean forward. But that small curve adds pressure to your lower spine and takes away from your rootedness. Instead, imagine a string gently lifting the top of your head upward. Let your spine grow tall without strain. Some people also lower themselves too far, trying to feel the burn. But this isn't a squat challenge. Going too deep can stress your knees, especially if you're over 60. Go only as low as your body feels strong and steady. The goal is engagement, not exhaustion. Then there's the inward collapse of the knees, a silent habit that can misalign your joints over time. Let your knees open gently outward, staying aligned above your feet. Feel how that changes the entire structure of your stance. Surprisingly, one of the most common mistakes is holding your breath. We do it without realizing, clenching, bracing, freezing in the effort. But the breath is your anchor. Breathe slowly through the nose, out through the mouth. Let each breath soften you. And lastly, let's release the pressure to look like a martial arts expert. You don't need to perform this stance. Let go of the idea that it has to look a certain way. This is your space to reconnect, to rebuild, and to simply be. If balance is difficult at first, stand near a wall or a sturdy countertop. Rest your fingers lightly on the surface, not to lean, just to feel supported. It's okay to need help. You're not weak. You're wise for listening to your body. With time, tiny adjustments lead to big change. So don't push. Just stay aware. Every moment you return to the stance, you're planting a seed of strength, and strength that grows from stillness lasts the longest. In Japan, the horse stance is more than a physical exercise. It's a quiet ritual, woven into daily life, practiced not for performance, but for presence. Elders there don't do it to look fit. They do it to feel grounded. You might see them in the early morning, standing still in small neighborhood parks, their bodies calm, their breath slow. It's not about how long they can hold the pose, but how deeply they can feel the earth beneath their feet. The Japanese way of health often embraces a philosophy called Shingi-tai, a harmony of heart, technique, and body. Horse stance quietly trains all three at once. While the legs build strength, the mind practices stillness, and the spirit learns patience. There's a proverb that says, Ichi nichi issho, karada wa ureru. With a little each day, the body will bloom. That's how they live, little by little, slowly, with care. Some even practice the stance just before breakfast. Not as a workout, but as a way to wake up their inner center, the hara. They believe that when the hara is awake, the whole body listens better, digests better, lives better. It's a quiet wisdom. Don't rush your health. Root yourself first. Let strength grow from stillness. The horse stance may look like nothing. Just standing still, knees bent, in silence. But in that stillness, something ancient and powerful is quietly at work. You're not just building stronger legs. You're building trust in your body again. You're reconnecting with your center. You're practicing patience, presence, and peace. Even if you begin with just 20 seconds today, that's enough. Healing doesn't ask for perfection. It simply asks you to begin. So the next time you feel unsteady, tired, or unsure, come back to this stance. Let your feet remind you that you still belong here. Let your breath remind you that you're still alive. If today is the first day you try the horse stance, I hope you'll come back to it tomorrow and the day after that. Not because you have to, but because it brings you home to yourself. Before we end, I'd love to know, how did you feel while trying the stance? Share your experience in the comments below. And if this video gave you something helpful, please consider subscribing. There's more coming, and I'd love to walk this path with you.